When I left Target to launch TalentQ, I had a major wake-up call. I spent so much time networking internally that I neglected my external connections. I drank the Kool-Aid for 7 years and had my blinders on, and suddenly was on the outside thinking, oh crap, I need to reignite my network. Do people even remember me? Total panic set in. Hey everyone, this is Renee Frey from TalentQ, and you're listening to the Conscious Professional Podcast. More people than ever want to be happy in their career and personal life, but they're going about it all wrong. I'm here to set the record straight and emphasize the importance of prioritizing your mindset. I'm thrilled you're here. Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're diving into one of my absolutely favorite topics, networking. And one of my personal mantras is always be networking and never stop networking. Here's the deal. Opportunities don't always show up on a calendar invite. They sneak in when you're least expecting them, at the gym, at the grocery store line, during a random chat before a panel discussion. So in this episode, we're kicking off how to network like a pro, even if you're not naturally outgoing. This is going to be a comprehensive one, so buckle up and grab a notebook. Unless you're driving, safety first. Now, when we talk about networking, I want you to think about it in two lanes. Internal networking with people inside your company and external networking with people outside of your company. You need both lanes to be alive and well. And trust me on this. Let me take you back. I worked at Target Corporation for 7 years, and their culture encouraged networking across the company. We even had a name for it, GTKY meetings, get to know you meetings. And the company made it easy. They had this stunning great hall with tons of spots designed specifically for people to meet and connect. It was awesome. But here's the thing. When I left Target to launch TalentQ, I had a major wake-up call. I spent so much time networking internally that I neglected my external connections. I drank the Kool-Aid for 7 years and had my blinders on, and suddenly was on the outside thinking, oh crap, I need to reignite my network. Do people even remember me? Total panic set in. So hear me loud and clear. Even if your company culture supports internal networking, do not let your external network go cold. A strong, diverse network is one of the most valuable assets you can have in your career. It opens doors, it brings unexpected opportunities, and honestly, it keeps you energized and engaged. Today, I'm going to show you how to build both lanes with confidence and intention. So your network is always working for you, not just when you need something. Let's go back to those internal networking days at Target. One of the best strategies I ever used and still recommend to this day was something I did at the end of every get to know you meeting. So right before we wrap up, I'd ask, is there anyone else you'd recommend I meet with? And guess what? Most people had at least one name, sometimes several, to share with me. They'd say, oh, you should definitely talk to Sarah in supply chain. She's amazing. Or you'd love connecting with Joe in finance. He's working on something really interesting right now. That one question kept the chain going. It turned every meeting into a springboard for the next one. And it made my internal network grow naturally without me ever feeling like I was forcing it. It was also building trust because when someone refers you to someone else, they're kind of vouching for you. They're saying, you're someone who's worth knowing. And here's the other thing it did. It made a big difference. If I was working on a project with someone, I didn't know them well, I'd set up a get to know you. I didn't wait until there was a conflict or deadline issue. I'd reach out early and say something like, hey, we're working on this project together. I'd love to grab 30 minutes just to get to know you a bit better before we dive in. That simple step made collaboration so much smoother because now we're not just names on emails, we're people with rapport, with context, with mutual respect. Internal networking isn't just about climbing the ladder, it's about building trust before you need it. And then something really cool happened. I built so many internal connections across departments at different levels, different functions, that I started to notice a shift. I got work done faster. Why? Because I wasn't sending cold emails waiting in a queue. I knew the person in finance. I had a connection in HR. I had coffee with someone in merchandising last quarter. So instead of formal back and forth red tape, I could just reach out and say, hey, quick question. Can you help me get this moving? And because we already had a relationship, they'd say yes. And they wanted to help. They trusted me. And that trust sped everything up. So yeah, internal networking isn't just about growing your career. It's about removing friction. When you're connected, things don't just flow better, they move better. Your network becomes your shortcut. All right, let's shift gears and talk about external networking. Let's be honest. We all feel a little awkward walking into a room full of strangers. Even the most outgoing people, like me, get a little sweaty palmed. The trick? You don't have to feel confident to act confident. Fake it till you make it. Walk into the room standing tall with your shoulders back and smile. Smile like you're happy to be there. Even if you are faking it for the first 10 minutes, who cares? No one's going to know. Then look for someone standing alone or at the edge of a group. That person's probably just as unsure as you. Walk up, make eye contact, and say, hi, I'm Renee. Mind if I join you? Boom, you're in. Confidence isn't about being the loudest. It's about being willing to go first. If you're not sure what to say, this is where people get stuck. But it's so much easier than we think. Use the setting. That's your secret weapon. Ask questions like, what brought you here today? Have you been to one of these events before? What's the best part of your week so far? Do you know the host or are you flying solo like me? And my personal favorite, when I really want to lighten the vibe, I say, I never know where to stand at these things. Mind if I hang with you for a minute? It's great to be real and authentic. You don't need to be polished. You just need curiosity. Let's talk about what not to do if you want people to remember you. Please, 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 please don't lead with your resume. Don't overshare. Don't dominate the convo. And here's the biggie. Don't make it all about you. Networking is not a monologue. It's a dialogue. If you catch yourself using I too many times in a row, flip it immediately to, that's enough about me. What about you? And you know the saying, people remember how you made them feel, not what you said. So make them feel seen, heard, and important. That's how you stand out. Just be a good listener. And it's way more powerful than trying to impress someone. Ever been in a convo when it should be wrapping up, but it just keeps going on? You're not alone. How do you end a conversation politely? Here's how. You make a smooth exit. You say, it's been so great chatting. I'm going to circulate a bit more, but I'd love to stay in touch. Another option. Hey, I see someone I promised to connect with. Can I grab your card or your LinkedIn? Or you can use, this was such a great convo. Are you planning to be at the next meeting? I'd love to continue this there. Or if you want to be extra smooth, introduce them to someone else before you walk away. It's so classy and keeps the convo going for them. No ghosting, no awkward hovering, just grace and clarity. And you know you wouldn't be listening to the Conscious Professional podcast if I didn't throw in some mindset stuff. Ready for the reframe that'll change everything? Small talk isn't small. It's strategic. That light convo about the weather or your coffee order or how awkward name tags are is a warm-up. It's rapport building. It's how trust starts. That casual question of, so what brought you here today? Isn't just filler. It's connection. It's trust building. It's the bridge between surface level and something meaningful. And when you shift from I have to impress to I get to connect, everything changes. You're not trying to be the most interesting person in the room. You're trying to be the most interested. And that, my friend, is what people will remember. Think of networking as a lifestyle, not a one-time strategy. It's how you build trust, open doors, create opportunities, and frankly, stay top of mind in a world that moves fast and forgets even faster. If you're only networking when you need something, you're already too late. The most successful people you know, they're constantly nurturing their relationships, even when they don't need to. They're catching up over coffee, sending the occasional thinking of you text, celebrating someone's win on LinkedIn, referring a friend to a job. They show up consistently. That's the difference. One thing I do anytime someone pops up in my mind is I shoot them a text right away. If I don't have their cell phone, I'll throw them a LinkedIn message or a Facebook message that says exactly that. I was just thinking about you. What have you been up to? Simple as that. What's the secret sauce no one talks about? Following up. You made a great impression, but if you don't follow up, it's like leaving the seeds on the counter and wondering why nothing's growing. Here's what follow-up can look like. Sending a thoughtful message within 24 to 48 hours. Sharing a resource or article related to your conversation. Commenting on their comment over time to stay on their radar. Consistency equals trust, and trust is what leads to opportunity. How do you nurture the connections you've already made so they actually stick? Anyone can collect a bunch of contacts. The power comes in how you show up after the first nice to meet you. The phrase just checking in gets a bad rep, but it can work wonders. If you do it intentionally, hey, you just crossed my mind and I wanted to say hi. How's everything going? No ask, no agenda, just genuine connection. And people remember that. You don't need to overthink it. A comment, a voice note, a forward of an article that made you think of them. That quick ping could spark a conversation or even a collaboration. Let's talk about the rule of reciprocity. Give more than you get. Want a strong network? Be a strong connection. Share opportunities. Make introductions. Celebrate other people's wins. People remember who helped them, especially when you expect nothing in return. I'll never forget when I started TalentQ, I was working in my basement and the doorbell rang. I popped outside and here was this gal named Michelle at my door, dressed in a full business suit. She was a financial service rep coming to introduce herself. She asked what I had going on and I said, I just started a business and I recently left Target Corp. And she said, oh my gosh, let's get you connected to people in town. She invited me along with her to so many different networking events and groups. Each time that I showed up, she saw me right away and she'd introduce me to others. She was incredible. This is how to be someone who expects nothing in return. All right, let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle, how to actually leverage your network. Okay, by now you've made the connections, you've shown up, you've nurtured the relationships, and now comes the part that trips so many people up, asking for help. So let me say this loud and clear. People want to help you. It's human nature. They just need to know how to help you. When you leverage your network the right way, it doesn't feel salesy or pushy. It feels natural. It's a conversation, not a pitch. It's an invitation, not an obligation. So what does that actually look like? There are 4 key areas where tapping into your network can change everything. Job referrals, introductions, opportunities, and support with your goals. Whether you're actively job searching or open to right opportunities, referrals are gold. Instead of saying, let me know if you hear anything, try this. I'm exploring human resources roles in healthcare. Do you happen to know anyone hiring or someone I should talk to? Be specific and let them help you effectively. And remember, referrals don't just come from friends. They come from warm connections, acquaintances, and yes, even the person you chatted with on LinkedIn 6 months ago, or the person you worked out with at the gym yesterday. This one's powerful. Let's say someone in your network knows someone you'd love to meet. Don't just say, "Can you intro me to people in your industry?" Instead say, "Hey, I saw you're connected to Sarah James at Acme Corp. Would you be open to making a quick intro? I'd love to hear more about how her team is growing." Again, specific, respectful, easy to say yes to. And if they're not comfortable, totally fine. You kept it casual and low pressure. Whether you're launching something, looking for clients, hiring, pitching a podcast, let your people know what you're up to. You could say, "I'm taking on a few new coaching clients this month. If you know someone who's stuck in their career and ready to pivot, I'd be grateful if you sent them my way." People can't support what they don't know about. Share the opportunity clearly and invite them to help. Sometimes you're not asking for a job, an intro, or a lead. You just need someone to cheer you on, give you feedback, or keep you accountable. Don't underestimate the power of that support. You could say, "I'm working on showing up more consistently on LinkedIn. If you see me drop the ball, shoot me a reminder, would you?" People love to feel useful. Let them in. And the key to making this all feel good is be clear, be respectful of their time, give them an easy out, offer to return the favor, and keep it short. You don't need to over-explain or send a novel. A couple thoughtful lines go further than you think. You don't have to do it all alone. You're surrounded by people who are more than willing to open doors, make intros, and lift you up. But you've got to let them know how that they can help. Because if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And you don't have to be extroverted to be effective. You just have to be intentional. Networking is about building trust, staying curious, and showing up when it counts. Stay bold, stay curious, and as always, work happy. So the key points from today's episode are: networking is a lifestyle, not a strategy. Don't wait until you need something to build your network. The most successful people show up consistently, not just when it benefits them. You need both internal and external connections. Internal networking helps you get things done faster. External networking opens up unexpected opportunities. Keep both lanes alive and well. It's not about impressing, it's about connecting. Start real conversations. Ask questions. Be curious. People remember how you made them feel, not your credentials. And lastly, follow up is where the magic happens. A thoughtful message, shared resource, quick check-in is what keeps relationships warm and turns one conversation into long-term opportunity. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Please share this episode with someone you love and go make one change to be better than you were yesterday. Live your life with intention. I believe in you. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible. So if you would, please hit the follow button so we can grow our community of conscious professionals. Whether you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can find the button at the top of the page. See you next week. Cheers, everybody.